appreciate it. I'm blushing now. It's kind of hard to follow that act. Usually I have to follow, student government, and that's easy to follow that act. I'm stolen every time. Alright. Anyways, we've been pretty busy the past couple weeks. I apologize, actually. I don't think I made it to the last Senate meeting, and so something came up. So this is the first time you'll see me in 4 weeks. The big items that we worked on this past, since we've not last met, we passed a resolution last night in terms of graduate student representation on the SSBC. Currently, we don't have guaranteed graduate student representation on the SSBC, and so we're calling for that, and it seems as though with the SG task force, it's actually something that's going to happen. Resolution in support of extending domestic partner benefits to all those who qualify. I know that SG, once again, had an item that they were debating, or they were debating this last night, or 2 nights ago. And I know that this is something that Chelsea and I have talked about in the previous meetings as well, and we finally are working on a resolution towards that. We haven't passed it yet. We debated informally concealed carry. It seems as though something will be in the works for next meeting. And the big items is that we've already been planning for our GSA 5K, and we've started our planning for the diversity symposium that we're going to be hosting in the spring, most likely in April. And so those are the big updates. Oh, and I guess I did this, I extended this, invitation during the SG meeting, and y'all spoke up for OA stuff. I'm going to speak up on behalf of the Division of Housing and Food Service. If you're interested in being an RA, if you'd much rather have an impact on someone's life for the entire year and not just one summer, and you'd much rather work with me, well, I guess Austin's an RA, so it doesn't work. But if you would like to work with people like Austin, we'd love to have you. Our last info session is next Wednesday. It's at 7 o'clock in Wagner 201. And you can learn a lot more about the process and interviewing and all that later on through that. Or you can feel free to email me and I can fill in the blanks. So anyways, I missed y'all. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, do we have anyone from student government here? Okay, moving on to our very special guest, Taylor Nyberg from Texas Exodus.
Yeah! Hello! This is so exciting. I used to be in student government. I didn't really like it. It was kind of boring. Don't tell Scott I said that. You might do it on YouTube, right? Anyways, sorry. So I'm Taylor. I'm from the Texas Exodus. And how many of you have heard of the Texas Exodus Teaching Awards? Yeah! You might have gotten an email from me, sort of, on Monday-ish to nominate. Raise your hand if you had an outstanding professor or TA. Like one that you just really liked. Okay, Carl, who is it?
Dan Hammerman.
Have you nominated him for this award?
Not yet.
You should, because not only do the professors win $1,000, but they win the recognition of being an outstanding teacher, which is great. TAs win $500, which is excellent. But not only do we need you to nominate professors, especially in schools like, where's geology? Are they here?
No.
Well, they're not here because, and they don't have any nominations yet from their school, so no one is up for their award. So if you, especially from a small school, make sure to promote it because otherwise no one will win, and we need a winner. I don't want to find one because that's not my job. So also within your, college councils, we need a committee, selection committee. Who thinks that sounds like so much fun? Woo! Oh yay! What's your name?
Ashley Jennings.
Ashley Jennings. I'm gonna write your name down.
Com
Council, excellent. Com Council, excellent. So you're gonna have to come up with a committee. Just one committee head and then 5, maybe 4 or 5 members on that committee. But the committee also gets to go to the awards ceremony in February. Ooh, ah! Yes, it's very fancy. It's at the Alumni Center. We feed you. It's all crazy fancy. It's lovely. It's a great time. So you'll get to go to that. It's not a huge task or burden to bear, but it should be good. So I need your help on that. I might be emailing you soon, reps and things. There's a lot of people that sit over here. Y'all can spread out. I mean, there's some chairs. I'm just saying. But I might be emailing you, so now you know who I am. Look up for that, and I hope it should be exciting. Let's see, anything else? I think that's it. Any questions? Anyone want to sign up right now? Besides Ashley. Okay. Well, you'll be getting an email from me. Oh, yay! Excellent. Come over here. Okay. Well, thank you, and I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great meeting. I'm gonna leave.
Executive reports. This is primarily for presidents, but our next student advisory council meeting for the provost is Friday, October 29th at 1. Our last meeting was pretty can't be there because he's our representative. It's also maybe my birthday, maybe the pinata, I don't know. 2, we have had our second TPAC meeting of the year, Tuition Policy Advisory Council. This is not a tuition setting year, so it's a lot of going over the budget. I just had my first pretty much SparkNotes version of the budget, and yet again, the provost has stressed the importance of having these conversations at the college level, which is just a reminder of why CTPAC is so important. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of y'all's proposals in the coming weeks. That's all I have, and I guess next we have Blake.
Yay! All right. So, Senate appropriations for fall of 2010 is done, which is awesome because it was a huge success. If you turn to the very back of your agenda, you can see a breakdown of the totals and amount of copies that we awarded to the various organizations. So the total was $17.50, that's dollars, and then 14,400 copies. That's basically it. FDs once again rocks the interview process, so council presidents, congratulate your FDs. They are truly a humbling group and they're really great to work with. Other than that, if y'all have any questions, please feel free to contact me or seek me after the meeting.
And then next we have Brianna with the at-large of the week.
All right, this week's at-large of the week comes from the SFAI committee, and it's Jing Shin. So if you want to stand up so we can all applaud you. Where is he? Oh. You were chosen this week just for a lot of different reasons. He came in on Saturday with Sam to work on legislation. And Austin said that Jing Shin is integrity, and he can always count on you to bring up new points in discussion that you can back him up. And he kind of got Senate. Are you guys familiar with OrgSync? It's this awesome program that we signed on to thanks to Jing Shin, and it's made Senate communication more effective. And I thought he wrote the software himself, and I was like, this is awesome. But no, he did not. He just knew about it and showed us about it. Anyway. All right, well, congratulations.
Okay, next up we have unfinished business. SR 1003 in support of creating a faculty sabbatical leave program, which is not on your agenda, but it is happening.
Hi guys. Okay, so there's been a lot of confusion and what I would like to call mass chaos over this legislation. And so to give the legislation the proper, evaluation time to, to make it less confusing, to address the issues that's been brought up concerning it, we as the authors would like to kind of retract and table the issue for the moment, just so that we can, like I said, rewrite it, figure out what needs to be done on everything, make it a lot more understandable to the Senate reps, to the presidents, to everybody. Because we do firmly believe that students need to be represented on this issue. And that, us saying, no, we don't like this, or yes, we like this, needs to be told, to the faculty and to the staff.
Motion to table.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of tabling SR 1003 say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay, SR 1003 has been tabled. Thank you, Alex. Moving on to new business. Okay, yeah, let's go. Moving on to new business, SR 1004 in support of tagging academic service-related courses in the course schedule. We'll have Emily and Francisco.
Hi, I'm Emily, and this is Francisco, and we're the Academic Enrichment Committee, and we are the authors, along with our committee, of SR 1004. Basically, what we're dealing with here is it's a resolution with encouraging tagging of service learning courses. Those of y'all who don't know what service learning is, it's a community, it's a program that bridges curriculum with community involvement. So basically, all of these programs are available in 13 different colleges across the university. We have a list of them on the next slide. And so it's basically where within that course, you'll have a service component of the class that's either in the community or part of the curriculum that you go out into the community and do some type of service as part of your class credit. And so this is a big deal. There are pretty prevalent across the university campus. And so right now, as it stands, when you do a search for academic service learning courses, you're not able to find it because it's not tagged as a service learning component. So what we're proposing basically in the legislation is that there be a hyphen on the end of the service learning course like name. That would be SL for service learning, so that when people do searches on the course schedule, they're able to find these courses and they're able to identify which courses actually do have the service learning component in them.
One more. Okay, so yeah, like Emily said, currently if you do a forward search on the course schedule, the only ones that will come up are the pharmacy ones and some of the engineering ones. But as you saw in the previous slides, they're all over the place. They're in communications, business, architecture, but none of these really show up in the course schedule because in 2000, like if we go to the next bullet point, you see that in 2004 they were supposed to have them tagged by 2008, but this never happened. So these courses exist, but nobody knows that they're service learning courses until they actually get into the class. So if we look at the next slide, the purpose is just to increase awareness of the service learning courses so that students are aware and are able to sign up for them so they don't get canceled. Also, some of our largest went in to this current, I guess, fall 2010 course schedule and saw that most of them were already canceled because nobody actually showed up to them. So the purpose of it is to get students aware and wanting to participate in service learning. So, one more. So, as a summary, just academic service learning courses are difficult to find right now. So, with the SL, we're hoping that they're easier to find in the course schedule. And just as a reminder to, I guess, faculty council and to the provost, that this was supposed to be done in 2008 and never got executed. So.
Okay, we'll now have 5 minutes for questions.
You said it,
Can you please stand so your name and your affiliation for the YouTube video?
Wow.
my name is Alan Wilson, I'm with the Undergraduate Business Council. You said in 2008 that they were supposed to have these kind of listed already. Was there a specific reason why, or did you just get lost in the shuffle?
Basically, the Vice Provost's office, along with the VSLC, which is the Volunteer Service Learning Center, they said that this was a major initiative they wanted to address, and I guess it just got lost. We actually went and verified with them, and they were just like, it never really happened. They said it was going to be done by fall 2008 in their like group discussion of it in 2004, but it just never happened. So I'm guessing it did get lost in the shuffle.
Thank you.
Aldo Rusby at large. What is the purpose behind? I just don't understand the rationale behind like eliminating the entire identification system and like only putting in like specific keyword searches.
Right now in the course schedule there is no system. Like if you search service learning, all of the ones that will come up are the pharmacy ones. Like the architecture ones won't come out, the business communications ones won't come out. So what we're doing is taking, I guess, the ones that do say service learning, taking that out and just putting the SL in all of them. So it's easier to find all of them all together instead of not being able to find them.
Yeah, we just wanted to be more uniform.
Severin Reed Communication Council. I was just wondering, in regards to service learning, I mean, is it like a particular track that is formally recognized by particular institutions, or what is service learning?
It's really only a part of the class. Like the requirement for it is that it has like a service component. So it has to be class credit. You can't just be volunteering and getting credit for that. But it's built into the curriculum. So I know one of the examples was like writing for nonprofits. And that was one where part of the curriculum was actually going out and working with a nonprofit and helping them write policy or grants for them.
So is there any college that requires a service learning?
No, it's not a requirement in the core curriculum, which is why we specified tagging rather than flagging, because there are only 6 flags available, and that's part of our core curriculum within the course schedule that identifies that. So in order to have a flag, you would have to make service learning part of the core curriculum and a requirement. And we're not vouching that that should happen.